By the end of this video, you'll know 3 different ways graphic design influences people's decision-making process. This video idea was sent to me by Christian on Twitter, and I had just read an article kind of similar to his question, and that kind of sparked my interest into making this video. The first one is color, and I feel like it's already a widely known fact that color can influence decisions. There's color psychology if you want to read more in depth on this subject in regards to even outside of graphic design. Oftentimes companies will use a color like red to satisfy an appetite or give a sense of urgency, like a for sale sign for example, and this makes consumers more compelled to purchase. A color like blue is often used in corporate brands because it emphasizes productivity, and it also builds a sense of trust from consumers. Yellow is another color that's used to grab window shoppers' attentions, and it's meant to make the consumer feel happy and warm. And again, if you want to read more about this subject, it's called color psychology. It's actually really interesting if you want to look it up. The second way graphic design can influence decisions is through consistency in branding, and this is one that a lot of smaller companies don't really pick up on that soon. But if you keep the elements, the logo, the fonts, the colors, if you keep everything in your brand consistent, it makes the consumer feel more familiar with your brand. And people would always rather buy something from someone they've heard of or know something about rather than a completely new brand that's foreign to them. It feels like a more secure option to them, and in turn it feels more valuable. I've done a bit of work for local companies, like smaller ones, and whenever they want a business card or something, they'll just tell me to pick a random font or pick a font that kind of is similar to this one, and they don't really care as much about the shade of blue that's in the background, even if it's inconsistent with their branding, and they want to get it as soon as possible. They should just wait and plan a more well-rounded design that has more thought and intention put into it, and I think that'll provide a lot more value to them as a brand. The third way design influences decisions is through the font you select. And this one took me a while to catch on to, but now that I've caught on to it, I see it everywhere. Like, there's a mall in my city actually that has a dentist place that uses the Batman Forever font on literally everything. Their brand name, all of their taglines, and everything on the wall that they have in the mall. And it doesn't look like it should be at a dentist place at all. But anyways, to quickly summarize a few of the main ideas, sans serif fonts are usually more casual, while serif fonts are a lot more traditional. Also, using fonts that increase legibility can really help with the consumer engagement with the product. MIT actually did a study where they had a group of people, and they gave half the group of people a New Yorker with poor typography and the other half the same New Yorker but with better typography. And the results were that the poor typography people had underestimated the time taken to read it by a little under 30 seconds, and the people with the good typography underestimated about 3 minutes and I think 18 seconds or something like that. And this large underestimation is due to the fact that they're much more engaged and interacting with the text. And I feel like this small study really can show how the text and the text placement really impacts the engagement from a consumer. But those are the 3 ways I had planned for the graphic design influencing decision making. I hope you guys all learned something new. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, please hit the subscribe with notifications on. Also, really quickly, just wanted to say thank you so much for 700 subscribers. When I started doing weekly uploads, I think I had about 400. So seeing it almost double since then is just crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and peace out. And they just want the physical product, like a business card, as soon as possible in their hand. I don't know what my neighbors are doing, but that was the loudest thing I've ever heard.